Hey guys, welcome to Casual Corner Chats. I am Luke.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Sam.
I'm Vu.
And today we'll be talking about our retirement plan. So you guys, have you guys thought about it recently?
I do think about it from time to time, like what I'm doing with my life when I'm 70, 65, 70. What's retirement age? 68.
60, yeah. 60,
Probably
70,
80 by the
68?
time we
Yeah,
get
by-
there.
Yeah, by that time. It's true.
Yeah, like
I wouldn't say recently, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about like my retirement plan until I talked to Sophie. Like,
Oh,
honestly,
really?
Yeah. Like, she brought it up like, oh, investment properties, or she just bought a new apartment and she's gonna rent it out. I'm like,
She's a very responsible person.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm like,
I think once yeah, I think once you think of, like once you start investing and I guess having and building your asset portfolio, then you would think a little bit more about your future and your retirement plan, and then
fair enough.
other things like that.
So out of curiosity, because obviously I don't invest. What do you guys invest in?
I don't invest.
What?
I would like to, but I don't.
What? Wait, this surprises the shit out of me.
I
What are you
know.
talking about,
I'm
bro?
one of the finance people, and I do not. Yes, I'm very risk averse, but I
Is-
do.
is
wanna
that it?
invest.
Or is it just
no,
like-
But I do want to invest in a property, but I haven't started looking.
But you don't do shares, you don't do...
No, I don't.
Oh, wow. So it's just like cash. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cash is king for me, but
But
yeah.
you have an high interest savings account?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the return on that?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh.
What, 5.5?
I can't remember.
I mean, if that... Okay.
I think it's like 4 point something.
Wow, Sam,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Making money work for you, bro. Come
I
on.
know. I'm really not proactive.
I
when
like
it comes
hate
to
money,
things
but like
that.
I know that's
Wow.
dumb.
Look at you. Wow.
I know.
I'm like socialism. Let's like share the money, eat the billionaires. But like, bro, I want my egg too,
Yeah, no, I get that. I think I don't know. I haven't just been proactive about it and
Oh, no,
really
that's
looked
fair.
into, I guess, further investments.
Is it
But
just a time thing? Like, you just had to have the time to do it?
I think it was more like I had other commitments, like financial commitments that I had to commit to regarding like family, and like other like travels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess focused more on than investments. But now, as I'm getting older, it's something that I'm thinking about a lot more. So, like, investment property would be would be the first thing that I'd be looking into.
Okay.
Which I have started to look into, courtesy of my dad. But I've also kind of been influenced slightly through like friends as well because they've kind of gone through that
Yeah.
path as well. And so I'm getting more information from them. But I haven't really, gone to the bank and like,
Yeah.
done those kind of things yet to kind of keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. Look, I'm an idiot and I did it, so it's fine. So, you'll be all right.
So what do you invest in, Vu, exactly?
I have a apartment that I live in, and then stocks on the side. I also salary sacrifice into super as well.
Wow, you salary sacrifice?
Yeah,
Good on you.
11%, bro.
That's so good.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
11% of your
Yeah.
income.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
frugal. Like I didn't ever want to rely on anyone else's money. So like I had to like do all this sort of stuff to like trick myself into not spending my own money. So ETFs and like at a little emergency fund as well. That's sort of baseline. I swapped to like a new job. So that was a little bit different. And then now because the wedding is coming up and the sort of like long-term, like year-long honeymoon as well. So the savings are going to change a little bit, like
Yeah.
where those buckets are going to go. But essentially, into the property that I have now, ETFs and an emergency fund just in case.
But the
So
property
there's
you have now
liquid-
doesn't count as an investment. Sorry, it's
mean,
your
like-
home. You live in it.
But it
It will change.
breaks even the moment. Well, at a minimum, will break even, even accounting for inflation. But otherwise,
Break even. What do you mean break even?
like when we sell it, essentially in like the next, I don't know,
Oh, like you
5-ish,
won't
10 years.
have a loss on it.
Yeah, no.
okay.
Because already, like within the last 6 months of buying the actual place, like things jumped.
Yeah.
A lot. We just lucked out in terms of like buying at the right time. And then with like the areas around me going on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. So that within itself is like a nice little nest egg. I don't have to worry about buying a house for the next 10 years, essentially. Yeah. If I buy a house when like family expands, then sweet. But otherwise, like it's near schools, near public transport. It's too better, having a kid there is like fine, essentially.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's my security anyways. Yeah. What about you, Jen?
Yeah.
I do, stocks, ETFs,
Wow.
like as in ETFs
Yeah,
and
and
like
stocks as a
individual
different-
stocks
yeah.
as well. I do cryptocurrency.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. See, I am. So
I also
out of
have.
the loop. Sorry, bro.
It's all right. You'll catch up. Evan.
Like crypto's like mad whiskey though. Like you wouldn't.
Oh, yeah,
you
100%.
no, I wouldn't
you
do,
wouldn't
really
I
crypto,
wouldn't do that. Yeah.
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 I also have an investment property.
Amazing.
I think that's it.
That you don't currently live in. Like that's
Yes, correct.
yeah,
Correct.
okay. So Jenny was on this grind, bro.
She got this.
This shit was like, can we say how young you were when you bought the place? Because
Yeah, I think
impressive,
I think
man.
I was like 21.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Look what
21.
That's insane.
We were all in
I was
uni. She
not
was still in
thinking
uni,
about
bro.
that
Yeah.
at 21.
But
Yeah.
But like
your apartment.
it's not like my own decision. It was like my mum wanted me to buy something, and then she was like, "Okay, this is your time.
Yeah.
You can
and
put
then
your
you
own
bought
money
it
in there."
before
Yeah.
COVID,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then now,
Yeah.
yeah.
It works out though.
But
It was a good push.
I don't think the property price like hasn't grown really. So it's not
Right.
great.
Really?
Not like yours.
Okay,
Interesting.
interesting.
I think it's just the area that it's in that
Location?
she's
Yeah, no,
bought.
that's fair. Yeah.
And it's the fact that I didn't do my own research. It was my mom that did the research, and then
Yeah.
she decided to buy this off the plan, which is not great, right?
Yeah, off the
okay.
plan. Yeah.
So it is what it is. I'm learning to deal with that. So
But you got a foot in, man. Like, you know what
It's
I
a
mean? Like,
learning
it's
curve.
fine.
yeah, exactly. It's a learning
Learning
curve, and
curve,
yeah, at least I have something to offset my tax now.
Yeah. 100%.
For someone who doesn't believe in stocks, that's right, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Where should someone start? Out of curiosity, for you two.
Wait,
where
wait,
should
do
someone
you have
start?
any investments, Luke?
No.
Like, at all,
Absolutely
like, full
not.
stop?
So
Are you
cash only.
completely
Cash,
liquid?
yeah, cash
Oh, so
in
we're
a
in the same
chest,
bucket.
dug somewhere. Not joking.
But I think the difference is that like Sam remains liquid for a reason, whereas Luke is just like it's just underneath your mattress or some shit.
Yes.
Like, you
it's
just don't
I
believe
follow
in
my
it.
grandpa's footsteps. He's got money hidden somewhere. I'm gonna follow
Just in
him
case
as
the
well.
communists come through again. Like,
What? Are you serious? No.
What?
There's no way. You actually just have cash.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's
not
amazing.
literally, but like, just in the same.
Yeah, that equivalency. But yeah, I have nothing like, you know me, I don't believe in stocks. And I've never thought about investing in properties until recently. Yeah.
I honestly think property is not the way to go
Nah, it's done.
in
It's
investing.
Done, bro.
it's not the way.
It's done.
Interesting.
It's that.
way.
it's
Yeah.
Tell me
It's
more.
I think it's been that way for maybe 40, 50, 60 years, but then now it's
Oh,
just
I
no
don't
longer the
think
case. Probably longer, right? But like it's just no longer the case now.
And
I
is
think
that
it's-
because,
yeah, okay.
like, what's the substitute then for that?
Who knows?
Is it crypto?
It's stocks. It's stocks.
It's-
It's not. It's not crypto. It's stocks.
It's definitely not crypto. Crypto's gonna like die at one point, right? Like people
Okay.
are gonna catch on, I think.
But like, what about like in the current like state of our market right now?
Honestly, I think that you have a lot of people telling you what the next thing is to get you to invest in the thing that is next, and then they make money in that way.
I see.
But I don't think there's a definitive next thing yet. Like I had a person tell me the other day, oh, like gold is a thing to buy, and it's just like, yeah,
Pokemon cards is
yeah.
another thing to
but that's
buy.
always
Oh
been
my
there.
gosh.
You know?
Do you believe in that?
I know someone that
In
actually makes a
Pokemon cards?
huge profit from Pokemon cards.
my gosh.
He's part of his Discord.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he gets notified when like, okay, this is coming out on
then
Amazon,
yes.
buy right away, and then just resell. And that's what he does. He doesn't care about Pokemon. He just resells it, resells it.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
just like a fad, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do that
But
forever.
it's
Yeah.
making him money, right?
Yeah.
And it's not
Yeah.
like it's minus
Short
work.
term.
It's just like buy,
Short
sell,
term.
buy,
It's an
sell.
investment, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But the short term things all come with risk. You know what I mean? They're short term because they're risky. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know shit about fuck. So like,
Yeah.
what about you, Jenny? Like, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert right now. You know, you're the one that
I
knows
think
about stuff.
stocks, and then you just need to watch the market. You need to be up to date with
Yeah.
the news.
Are you constantly on it, like daily?
No,
Or,
I've
weekly?
let go of my stock investments.
Okay.
And like the best way to invest in stocks is to like put money in and then forget about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the best way.
That's why I always
I
hear.
can imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Can I
I'm
imagine just
constantly
watching it constantly. That would drive me crazy.
I'm constantly watching crypto, honestly. And
Okay.
you watch
to.
the trends.
Yeah, you do have to for that.
But like the trends are like who knows what's gonna go. But
Can I ask? I hear people say the trends. What is a trend when it comes to crypto?
who knows,
Like,
bro?
I mean, like, what the vibe? Is it like a peak, a low? I don't get it.
Yeah. So it's a graph, right? There are peaks and there are troughs. Who the fuck knows what the science is behind it or the mathematics is behind it? But it's honestly just news.
Speculation.
It's speculation. It's
Mixed
news.
People
Like
freaking
Yeah.
out as well, you
Yeah,
know?
100%.
The idea is to buy low with anything, right? Like crypto, stocks, whatever, like property as well. Buy low, sell high, right? That's everything. That's the trend, right? And then like if the trend moves up or down, it's just based on whatever market forces are out there.
Yeah, like external market.
Yeah, and sometimes that's driven by like actual political policies, right? Happening, like the tariffs and all that shit.
Yep.
Or it's just like a bunch of people on Reddit decide to like buy a thing and then sell it.
yeah,
right?
it's
Exactly.
market manipulation,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, you can do that. And so it's just if a lot of people buy, then the actual price of the thing goes up, right? But if they
It looks that
sell,
way.
then it goes down. So it's kind of like, you know, you just
There's
have to
multiple
time
factors
it.
in play. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
be smart about it.
Try
but
to be.
I don't know.
You mentioned those tariffs, and I think they're market manipulation.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
100%.
I
Trump is
100%
like,
agree.
oh, I'm going to release these tariffs, but the day before, I'm just going to say, oh, sorry, I'm pulling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like there's
I'm gonna
actual
hold
video
off.
proof
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
him pointing to like some old white dude and be like, "Hey, you just made $800 million today."
Yeah.
Like when he said shit about the tariffs. It was
Honestly,
just fucking annoying.
The
bro.
people that
Nothing's real
are
anymore.
under Trump's like political party,
We,
right?
we, got, we got to cut this.
are definitely, you know, winning from whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
Like,
because
definitely. And
authoritarians make money, man. Like,
100%.
that's
Yeah,
what it
it's
is,
all
right?
business. Like,
We gotta bring
he's
this
a
back.
businessman,
We-
right?
We got to bring it back.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, like to your question about what's the easiest way to get in,
Yeah.
right? For me, as someone who doesn't like to think about any of this stuff, like I don't like checking the news. I don't want to like take a look at the thing or whatever. The best thing to buy is those like safe long-term investments that you cannot touch, right? So things like putting money into your super, because you're young, you talk to whatever super that you're with, and then tell them to go invest in like the high yield. What is it? The high yield investment.
You
thing.
can change your super portfolio to invest in whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you can be like balanced, you can be like mostly defensive, or you can do mostly like aggressive like investments.
Okay.
So it's like it's risky, but then the idea is long term, it balances out.
Yeah.
It
It's kind of
balances
like
out.
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah, so it's neutral.
Yeah.
But then because you're gonna have like the next 40 years of your life working, there's gonna be drops, but like it's gonna come back up again, essentially.
Yeah.
And then
So they'll, as like Jenny said, there'll be like peaks and troughs, right? But then at the end of the day, it'll be a flat line. Ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally.
And there's like a lot of benefits to salary sacrificing early as well.
Yes.
So that's
I think the concept of even like, you know, looking at your super and I guess like looking at how like you can invest and stuff like that, like a lot of people don't really know about.
yeah, so they're not taught any of this.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get taught. And then, you know, I think I started hearing more about it like at work when, you know, they would have like super like sessions, and then you get more informed about, you know, actually going into your super, like logging in, looking at what, I guess, like investments you can invest in, and, you know, how your super's like tracking and whatnot. And then there's also, I think, you know how there's like certain things that you can like remove as well? Like, what was it called? Like death. There's like,
Oh, death liability insurance
yeah, like
or whatever.
stuff like that.
well, I didn't know you could remove that.
Yeah, like you don't need to include that.
Oh,
especially
wow, I need to
because
I currently don't pay for it.
Reevaluate.
yeah, especially because, you know, like I guess there's a lower chance of us, you know,
Yeah.
dying at this age, right? So there's like certain things that you can kind of save in terms of costs, because you obviously pay these things like monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So things like that.
Yeah. Another beginner thing you could do is invest in ETFs. Do you know what an ETF is?
Remind me.
For the sake of the audience.
Yeah, remind
An
me.
ETF is like, let's say one ETF, like the ASX 200. It has the top 200 companies in Australia, and it like basically has a piece of every one of them. And you invest, you buy one stock of the ASX 200, you get a piece of 200 of those. That's basically it. And it's great. You don't even need to think about like what you need to invest in. This ETF does it all for you.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're relatively like safe as well.
Yeah. So the idea is to hold into that for long term. Like you buy it
Yeah.
once, you leave
just
it
leave
there
it
for
there.
like 30 years. You don't
That's
touch
right.
it, you don't sell it. It just
Should I just do that after this?
I could,
podcast
yeah,
session?
We'll do
honestly.
it together.
Yeah, it follows the market like trend of upwards, which is 7% a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is great.
Okay.
Yeah,
As long as your country, that whatever you buy in doesn't like is not in a recession,
Recession.
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine. Even if it is in a recession, it might get out of it 20 years later. You know,
correct.
so like you'll be alright.
It's a set and forget thing.
Okay.
What's
So
an ETF stand for again? Electronic transfer?
Traded fund, extended traded fund or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
it's all right.
I thought it was
Yeah.
electronic trade fund. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Something
All
like
right.
that.
So since we're talking about it, let's talk about our superannuation. For Americans, it's the equivalent of your 401k. So
Oh, yeah.
we all talked about this off the podcast about looking at our superannuation. Who would like to go first? Because that was shocking.
You go first.
No. We did this before, right? We did this before. I went first when it came to the personality type. It's your turn to go first.
You mean like raw? Like what's in my super right now?
I was going to just give a range.
To the nearest thousand?
We're just going to give a range,
Yeah, okay.
but sure.
Nearest
Yeah,
thousand?
okay, to the nearest 1,000.
Yeah.
Do you know yours off by heart?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I looked
I
at
think I
it.
Let's
do
go.
too, yeah.
Let's go.
Come on, you guys. We
Okay.
don't.
I'm on 55K.
Yeah, that's really good.
Nice.
Oh.
Is that good? I don't
okay,
think so.
I'm just saying. Guessing.
Wait, can you
You're gonna
just
tell us. You're gonna tell the average.
Yeah, I'll tell the average
right?
after.
Yeah.
Out of everyone, I would say Jenny has the most,
Okay.
then Sam, then Viv, and myself.
This
Oh,
is
really?
you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's this way, this way, this way, this way.
Really?
I got 58.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
73.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm like way below. So my one's only 30.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's okay, because you only started working like full-time-ish recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's get to the crunching numbers of how it should actually be, right?
Yeah. Where should we be tracking? Oh God.
I mean, they're just ranges, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
fine, man.
Yeah.
So this is according to
And we're all gonna live differently as well in terms
Correct.
of retirement.
Yeah.
So
so this is according to
fingers crossed I have enough.
I can't even say it properly.
Deloitte.
Deloitte, thank you. Deloitte. I was gonna say delight, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, gee.
Deloitte.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyways, so from Deloitte average, they balance. This is a survey they did from the 30th of June 2024.
Okay.
And should I just go by our age?
Yeah, our age range, 20 to
Average
30. Yeah.
20.
they
So
have that?
25 to 29.
Okay.
To be more accurate. For men, it's 44,000.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And for women, it's 36,700. So good job, girls. Good job.
Right.
You
why it's less,
Did we-
right?
Wait, did we? That was sexist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. Do you know why it's less?
Yeah, because
Women get paid less.
yeah, I know exactly. So good job, you
That
guys.
was infantilizing. I'm sorry.
When he said that, I'm like, oh my God.
But,
But it's also because women get pregnant, so they can't work.
That also true.
Married, yeah.
Yeah, they go out of the work.
But yeah, and because we're on the cusp of hitting 30, I'll tell you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
what 30 to 34 is like. So for men, for 30 to 34, it's $82,800.
82,000.
$82,800.
How did that increase so much?
Yeah, it's
Well,
double.
It doubled.
Yeah, it's
Oh, because super's like that, right?
yeah, like
but-
you're earning more at that age, and you're
you'd hope
also
so.
and you'd hope so. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
back then when the fuck that survey was
Yeah.
done.
Last
last
year.
year.
Cry. We're not gonna be earning that money. I'm sorry.
God.
And then you're basically thinking about retirement as well. Well, not retirement, but like family and shit. So like you're putting stuff more defensively.
That's true. That's true.
For women, it's 59,000.
Oh, hey.
So yeah, you guys
already ahead of the curve.
gotta.
Oh, let's stop.
Just for reference, is it like at retirement age? Is it still like a milli? Like because that.
At retirement age, so 60 to 64. For men, it's 401,000.
Oh.
For women, it's 300,000.
But these are just averages. It's not like what you should be having at
Yeah,
this
actually,
age
no,
to
that's
get $1
true.
million
Oh,
when you retire.
right. Actually, yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Oh, fair enough. Okay,
How do you guys feel about these numbers?
it's numbers. It's fine.
I'm quite curious to see like the study of like who they actually
So it's
Survey.
surveyed.
Yeah.
So it
That's the
says
word.
this is rounded to the nearest 100. People with superannuation are not included in average data.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. because that'd just be an outlier.
Can I just ask you have this information on your super account, but what was your first year that you had super in your super account? And how much did you have? You guys have that information?
I have no idea. I did not.
So you haven't logged into your account?
No.
I have logged into my account multiple times, but I changed super accounts.
Yeah, same.
So you don't have that information on the super account?
On my new one, yes. I
Okay.
probably do, but on my old one, I don't have access to my old one because I merged. Not merged, but I transferred it over.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
was
not
also
too
like
sure.
a dumb 20-year-old, and then I think I had like 2 supers.
I
and
had
then
2
like
supers at one point too. and
one
then-
was like super high fees, and I just like lost all the money in that one.
yeah, I think I had that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
I
like
think
kept charging because it just
yeah.
forgot that it was there.
I didn't even think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't start thinking about super until I was like 22, 20, you know, shit like that, like 20s.
But yeah,
I think I was similar.
what do you guys expect? How much money do you expect to be in your account by the time you retire? Since you guys have it all planned out, I'm like, what is your goal? What was your goal that
Is that
you
a
want?
joke?
Like I've been operating on the assumption that you need like $1 million in your super just to be like comfortable. Like that's what I've heard as like, you know,
But do you have
Wisdom.
a personal goal to achieve?
as long as it's not 0, man, like it's fine. Like it's all right.
Like a big zero?
Yeah, like as long as it's not 0, you know, it's all good.
Sam, Jenny?
I wouldn't know, honestly. But I think,
I don't even
like, if you want to live comfortably every year, like with no rent and like no living expenses, essentially, I think you need at least like 20K a year. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I think
assuming
that's-
that like, you know, your mortgage is paid off, right?
Yeah,
Like, you're basically
exactly.
It's
living
also
for free.
assuming that we're getting like money from the government too, in any respect.
You won't get money from the government if you have enough in your super account.
Yeah, but then like relying on it. Oh, okay. I guess I'm thinking
Yeah,
about.
completely on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 20K is pretty good. So if you want to do 20K times,
No, I
let's
don't
say
think 20K is enough.
Really?
I think,
not with the cost of living now.
yeah, I think accounting for like what
No.
things are going to cost when we're 60.
Yeah.
or
50K
70.
a year?
60, I think, minimum.
I was thinking 50, but yeah,
I think it's 60.
yeah. I just
Let's crunch the quick numbers. 30 years, 60K a year. That's more than $1 million.
yeah.
No. 60. As in, because things are going to be more expensive by the time we turn
Why did you say
retirement
30
age.
years?
Because when you retire at 60,
Yeah.
Babe, I'm not living for 30
90.
years.
You think I'm gonna live till
I'm
90?
going
I
to live for
wish.
30 years, bro.
I was counting to like 80.
but people are living longer and longer. now.
Nah, bro,
I
I'm out by
know,
75, bro.
Stop it.
I'm Gucci, man. Like, it's all good.
90 without any health complications. That's
Yeah, man. Like, I know
Well,
heart
that's
disease is
rare.
coming for me, man. I don't want to be old. Like, it's fine.
why is heart disease coming for you?
I don't know, it's just like a feeling. You know what I mean?
Is this episode your will or something?
I don't have a will, so, you know. If I die, I die, bro.
All right, let's move
Yeah.
on to lighter subjects. What do you plan to do when you retire? Would you quit working altogether? Would you keep working? Would you?
I want to work in retail. Go back. I want to be a checkout chick.
What?
I would not mind getting free products and then just like handing it out to like my grandkids.
I wouldn't mind
great.
working at a bar.
How would you get free products? Sorry.
Like when I work at a retail, then I'd like get free stuff.
what? In what retail world are you getting free stuff?
Yeah, bro. Are you just
Mecca.
stealing? Are you just old and stealing? You know, it's like, oh, I forgot, you know. I was doing the stocks. I don't know. I didn't say, oh.
No.
So you two would, like, or 3 of us would continue working. Because I would work in like a bar or something.
I would do one
I probably
day a
wouldn't
week,
work
probably.
But yeah, I would still be working, not full time, but
Yeah.
at least 1 or 2 days a week. Yeah.
It'd be fun. Something to occupy your time with and your brain.
Yeah, I
really.
feel like I would
It'd
get
be
bored
pretty interesting.
at one point.
100%.
Oh, definitely.
But I think I'd definitely retire for a bit, then go back into working.
Oh, so what are you doing during retirement then?
traveling,
I travel 3 months of the year.
Yeah, bro. All right, cool.
Traveling.
that would be good. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'll be too old at that point. I'll be like,
That's my thing.
What? How
we
old
like-
do you think you'll be
my
retired?
knees are cracking
No.
now. What knees would I have left by that age?
I have heaps of friends' parents who are traveling now and they're like retired. Like,
You're not that old when you're 60, 70.
yeah. You
I
gotta
feel
just,
60, 70 now. I'm going to feel
You
90.
mentioned
I'm
it's
with
me.
Luke on
You
this one,
don't
bro.
know.
You gotta
You don't know what it's like at 60 and 70. You're actually like more athletic than you think.
All right, let's.
You would hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not more athletic than you are now.
You never know.
But you're still pretty able. You'd still be pretty
It's
able.
like a super soldier serum.
Let's have a mental picture in our head of our grandparents. We've all met our grandparents. Yeah.
Okay, but your grandparents are fucking, they're 80.
Different.
Right?
Genetics.
Different. Like,
Genetic.
You'll be
My grandpa's
retired?
outside. Do I bring him in?
You'll be retired at like
Different.
70.
Sorry, guys. Just context. He's not dead in the backyard. he lives in a granny flat. Sorry, just had to clear some stuff
you
up.
have to say it like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just think of like 60-year-olds, right?
Your parents.
65,
Think about
yeah,
your parents.
Completely able.
Yeah.
Mum can barely walk. Bad examples.
With the, like the Asian
But-
mum bad knees type thing.
Yeah. Exactly. And I've got her
Okay.
knees.
But we're
Leave
different.
for
We
the appointment.
keep our bodies healthy nowadays. Whereas
Yeah.
like I doubt that your mum kept herself
Yeah.
healthy at her age. Like worked a lot.
probably
like worked out.
overworked, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in different circumstances.
No, I'm still with Luke. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank
Still
you.
with Luke,
Thank
bro.
you.
Really?
Like I want to travel now, not when I'm like set. I'm not delaying that. You know what I mean?
So you're just not going to travel when you're older?
Because you can do
It's-
more at this age than that age.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean?
It's not that
we're
I'm not going to
disagreeing with
travel.
that.
Yeah.
We're not disagreeing with that, but we're saying that you can still do that.
Yeah, I know that. I just fundamentally disagree with the idea of like saving up for the stuff that I'm gonna do.
We're not saying
at
that.
retirement for retirement. Do you know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
includes traveling. You can travel. That's fine. I'm not saying that. I think in Luke's mind is that you'd rather travel now than like when you're 60. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But okay, but that's not what I was saying fundamentally. I was just saying that
Yeah.
when I retire fully, that's what I want to do. I want to travel for 3 months of the year because, I mean, as I can do it now, I want to do it again when I'm 60. After my kids, if I ever have kids, are old enough to take care of themselves.
Yeah. That's Jenny's plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about you,
Fair
Sam? Then there's no need to be fighting, bro.
Feisty. I feel like I would be quite similar in terms of I'm picturing like my grandkids either living here or elsewhere, or me
You're going to be a
living.
grandparent
I'm
by
thinking
the time
of
you
me
retire.
recovering. I'm me
think
thinking of a
about that, bro.
grandparent, but I'm thinking I would be living somewhere else possibly, or maybe moving, like to live with to live closer to the family. But I'd still work like 1 or 2 days a week, ideally, to keep my mind at ease and also obviously earn more money. And I hope my partner would do the same too. But
Damn.
yeah. And then yeah, I would definitely like to travel like a lot more. Yeah.
Fair.
Because I'm seeing a lot more parents nowadays traveling and loving it, and I want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sort of like vaguely. I mean, especially with immigrant parents, like the long-standing suffering, so their kids like can do it well, and then now
Yeah.
the kids are actually doing well when they're like, oh, maybe I actually
You
get
can
to
let
have
go
fun
and
now.
Have fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little tangent. At the age that we're going to retire, do you...
I mean, what was your plan? What was your plan? You didn't go through that yet.
Yeah, what's your plan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
not
thinking
not traveling.
A house in the outback.
A house in the outback.
Outback?
What would you be
Yeah,
doing?
Just have a small farm.
Outback
Okay.
or rural? Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
sorry, rural. Just
Okay.
a small farm.
yeah,
You know?
Like with actual farm animals?
Yeah, just have a sheep or somewhere.
A sheep.
just like
sheep?
one,
One
singular
sheep.
sheep.
Single sheep, a bunch of kangaroos.
You have a friend.
A bunch of kangaroos.
You don't.
Hopefully, I'll
Farm
own one.
kangaroos.
They're pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not.
I know. They can jump over a fence, just chill with a sheep.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
goal. Have a bunch of ducks as well.
Yeah,
You should
Ducks
get
can-
chickens, eggs.
I'm a duck person.
So would you want to raise your kids there
Wait,
as well?
sorry.
Or just retirement?
I was so passionate.
Hey,
The solemn nod was so. Sorry.
I couldn't take them seriously.
anyways.
He's imagining his life.
That's how I imagine my old age.
her.
So is your retirement plan like Hui, like your parents? Like
Yeah.
go back to the fields?
Yeah, just do it in Australia, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Well, sorry, what was your question, Jenny?
Would you raise your kids there?
Not raise my kids, maybe for grandkids. If I grow kids. Like, but just...
Like
pop up.
they come visit type
Yeah,
thing.
they come visit
Yeah,
on the
not- you
farm
wouldn't
every
raise
summer.
them there.
Yeah, I wouldn't raise it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because they need whatever is city-wise. I wouldn't raise my kids in the country.
What about the country life attracts you?
Yeah.
The peace, the scariness,
Scariness? Sorry.
I don't know,
Expand on the
it's-
scariness.
Yeah, explain.
Okay, crazy Luke talking here. wait, hang on. I don't know. There's a bit of a thrill when it comes to like living in a desolate place and like you hear something at night, but you're alone at home kind of situation.
Okay, so you need that in your
Okay.
life. Is that right?
That's not peace to me.
Something at that age, yeah, you know,
You need something to break up the
At
peace.
that
I think.
age? No, you don't.
spice your life up a bit, you know, once in a while.
You have a farm. That's gonna be a
Wow.
Anyway,
Interesting take.
Yeah.
interesting take it is, right?
I mean, is it sort of like, you know, you need to be, you want to feel like you're still scared of dying, you know what I mean? Because like when that is gone, then there's no hope left, you know what I'm saying? Is it sort of that?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. I haven't explored that thought yet. We'll come
Okay,
back
yeah,
to that
maybe
later.
think about that. Why do you feel like you need to be in danger? Like,
know, right?
you know?
No, spice up the life at old age.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know if your wife will want that.
I know,
Or
right?
whoever you're living with.
Yeah. But
Wait,
what,
can I ask? In terms of like your living circumstances, would it be like rural? Would it be like at a quiet town? Would it be?
I
Like
still want to live in the city.
You'd still
Yeah.
live around city, yeah.
would you move to China like you said?
I don't know. I don't know if I think China is
You gotta let that
too
brew
much.
now.
There's too many people in China to live when you're old, and I don't know if I want that anymore. But I think Sydney's pretty good. Living in the suburbs, not living in like the Sydney CBD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the suburbs are good.
Yeah.
So for our Aussie listeners, which suburb would you pick?
Oh,
If
I
money
didn't
was an
think
issue or like,
like
Yeah, if money was an issue. Assuming that you're using your retirement money to pay for wherever you're going.
that's so unrealistic though.
It is.
that, I didn't even think about.
Yeah, I haven't thought
I-
about,
you know.
about that.
All right, we'll backtrack. Okay.
What
So-
about yours, food though? No. Plan.
Yeah, plan.
I would off out of the country. I'd be
Out of
living
Australia?
Yeah.
That's so Aussie.
Right now, I want to live in Spain and just like own a coffee shop there
See.
and just like spend my days like making coffee and like talking to people and just like sharing stories.
Wait, this is what you want to do when you're older.
Yeah, when I retire,
When you
essentially.
retire,
Like
okay.
which is still working, but obviously, like, you know, someone else is going to open up, and then I'm just going to walk in whenever I want to. And just
You'll
like,
be that
make a
one
bunch of
guy in that
coffee.
one spot all the time.
Yeah. I'll be like that leathery old dude that is just
God.
like there swapping stories,
Yeah.
talking to
full of-
people.
yeah, I was
you
gonna
know?
say like full of stories.
Yeah.
Abuelo.
learning
Vu.
Spanish. Like,
Yeah. Like
right?
Asian guys
Yeah,
speaking
right?
Spanish.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like meeting
Fair enough.
people, talking to them. Like that's kind of how I want to spend my days. And it's peaceful.
sounds nice.
It's peaceful in Europe.
Yeah. So my
Like
little
people facing would be nice.
my little tangent here is let's say if we do have kids in the future, would you expect or accept any money from them? Which one? Accept or expect?
No, I don't want any money.
Any
from
money?
them. Like, I don't want.
What about you two?
Haven't thought about it really.
I wouldn't say no.
Same, that's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't be like upfront about it. Like,
Yeah, I
if
don't-
they just start.
I think it would just depend on my situation when I'm older. Like
Yeah.
if I need the money, then sure, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I don't need the money, then why would I be accepting
True,
or
true.
expecting money from them?
I think you'd want to build a family where, you know, you can rely on them if need be, but not, you know, heavily reliant where you're like constantly asking for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that just causes too many issues that we've experienced. But like you want to be able to rely on them, because I've heard of families where, you know, like the kids don't give money to their parents like at all when they're like struggling, or, you know, this is going on a tangent, but you know, like when, you know, parents pass away and then, you know, they have a will and then the money gets split between the children and the children just like fighting about over the money. Like I don't want any of that.
I mean, that's just raising the good people,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly. So that's just
Don't
all
raise
benefit of the
monsters.
doubt. Yeah. But I would want to be able to rely on them. But yeah. wouldn't
I
be-
don't. I don't want to burden my kids in that way.
Well, like I wouldn't. It's not a burden in the sense of like I'm not asking them for the money, but if they are willing to help me, if they can see that I'm struggling and I am struggling,
Yeah, okay.
but I'm like too
Proud.
proud to ask them, then I'd be happy for them to oblige.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and if like not saying that they'll making them feel like obligated to do it if they
Yeah.
just want to,
Yeah.
right? If they want to somehow return for your good parenting, then shoot your shot.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna force them, likewise,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'd be the type of parent to like whatever money they give me, I set aside, and then like
yeah.
one
You
day
could
I
also
just
do
give it
that.
back to I just give it back to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
bring it up, and then if they ever need money and ask back, and just this is for money I've been putting on the side this entire time. Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah,
that's
works that
right.
way.
Yeah.
So since we talked about travel destinations, I do have a list of the top 10 retirement destinations
Internationally.
internationally.
Okay,
Where do you
let's go.
guys?
Let's go.
What are your bets?
Japan.
Spain,
Japan,
Greece?
Spain.
like Mediterranean.
Really?
You know what I
Greece.
mean?
Really?
I feel like that, bro. Have you been? It's so.
I have not
amazing.
been.
It's
You
so
know this.
good. It's so good.
He knows this.
Don't worry, next year.
Yes.
But yes. So sorry, what was it? Viv, what one was?
Like the Mediterranean.
Mediterranean.
I'm just thinking of like countries that are like not the most expensive city in the world and have like good, you know, like overall like culture and
I think Australia is one of them.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
Australia
yeah,
is
yeah,
definitely
definitely.
one of them. But I'm trying to think externally.
Like Asia, definitely. Like now.
Bali.
Yeah.
Bali.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh.
it's on the up and
Bali's
up.
good
I
one.
would say, as you said, Japan, but I want to
So
do
what are you
something
looking
different.
What are you looking in?
I actually, hot take, I don't think Japan is a good place to retire in. Like, I think
Oh.
it's actively bad for old people.
Okay, you want to
We'll
expand
come
on
back
that?
to
Yeah,
that.
okay, we'll expand
Yeah.
on that later. I was thinking somewhere in like Europe, in like Switzerland, like
Switzerland?
Like-
Switzerland,
Switzerland
right?
is
Yeah,
hella
so
expensive.
expensive.
okay, yeah, let's
What are you talking about?
exclude the
She's rich
the-
girl. What are you talking about? If
expenses.
she wants to, she can.
I can afford Switzerland now, brother.
No, I'm not talking about how expensive it is. I'm just talking about like culture,
So the top.
mountains. I'm thinking like mountains and
Climb mountains
scenery.
at age 70, yeah?
All right, guys, come on.
Yes, Luke.
So top 10 retirement
Wait,
destinations.
what was yours? Oh, wait, you already know. Sorry.
Yeah, I know the list.
Continue.
So number 10. I'm going in reverse. Number 10 is Thailand.
Yeah.
Fair?
Agree.
Agree?
Yeah, cheap
Haven't
living,
been.
you know.
Okay.
Number.
We can't just think about cheap living. But
No, but that's what it is.
actually
Your
makes
money
sense.
goes far.
That is actually, yeah. So why did I say Switzerland? Maybe Vietnam?
Number 9, Italy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can see that.
Really?
I would love to go to Italy
see
in
that,
general,
yeah.
but yes.
Not what you went to the super touristy parts.
True.
So
Love
like
Italy.
you don't go to Milan, you don't go to like Rome. Like don't live in Rome.
Living in a country where
Like the
it's all
countryside,
the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, man.
Have
Yeah.
a vineyard. I want that.
Bro, northern Italy towards the south of France.
Oh,
Mate,
yeah.
bro.
I want that.
Oh,
okay.
just drink wine all day.
I
yeah.
want to go. Yes.
Number
wine.
8, Greece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you
I
said
can-
that.
I can say that.
See
Greece
that?
is really nice.
I haven't been.
You can live your Mamma Mia dream.
all these places I haven't been. God.
Travel more.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I can now.
Number 7, Malaysia.
Okay. Interesting.
yeah, yeah.
I
Having
would
been
not have put that.
again,
considering
it's
I'm
like your
Malaysian.
money goes far, you know.
It does. That's true.
And it's pretty livable from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't been in a very long time, so I wouldn't know. But okay, that makes sense.
Number 6, Spain.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, let's go.
That's pretty
One point of view, unless someone can beat him in terms of rankings.
good. Well, Switzerland's not on it. On this
There's no way.
list.
Could
No
be
way.
on there. You never know.
No way.
Number 5, France.
Oh, nice.
Not so much now.
I'm
Not so much
surprised,
now.
yeah.
A lot of political unrest.
Yeah. Number 4, Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. That's
Things are cheap.
agreeable.
Really?
Things are cheap.
Yeah, cheap.
What about safety?
That's a different issue.
If you know to go, you will be all right.
If you're in a gated area, you're fine. Number 3, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Okay. All these tropical countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
tropical,
True.
cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Easy living. Number 2, Portugal.
Yes.
Oh,
Portugal's
I wanna
super
go.
cheap apparently.
Oh.
Okay, mind you, this list is just like if you made a lot of money and then now you want your money to go far in a different country.
Right.
It's like if you lived in these places, like retire if you grew up in Thailand and then like retired in Thailand, you're just gonna be poor in Thailand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you have to
It's
make
true.
things somewhere as you come
It's
back.
true.
you
Yeah.
gotta find the thing that's lower than your
Yeah.
country status to like, retire to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The last one, number 1, is the Panama.
Panama.
I'm sorry, what?
Interesting. I don't know anything about the Panama
I did
actually.
not expect that.
When I was looking this up, it was a bunch of compiled websites. But this one website, it's all about how for all these places, it's very cheap to buy a house and also to start a business. So like you said, you'll need a decent amount of money to actually go there.
Yeah. And Panama is like a tax haven, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people
yeah.
go there because it's a tax haven.
I see.
Interesting.
Like so many like companies operate out of like Panama or the Cayman Islands and shit like that because it's like
Oh yeah.
like Google or is like operating out of there. It's insane.
Oh,
But yeah, starting up some
Interesting.
ideas now. Eh?
oh.
But yes, no. All right. So
I think
yes,
I
that-
agree with the second half. Like the second half of the list. I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
go to those
first
places.
half of a second. Wait,
The second,
half.
like the-
Okay.
10 and
Fair enough. All right, so let's continue on. So we've already talked about what age did we talk about what age we should retire?
Oh yeah.
we should retire.
That we want to
you-
retire.
you
that
want
we
to
want to
retire.
retire.
Oh,
I think 70.
wow.
That bro.
As in, you want to retire earlier.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How early are
I
you
know,
talking about?
boo.
Like maybe 60. Like
Yeah.
I don't even care. I just quit. I'm done. You know?
So literally, it's 12 o'clock, quitting time.
Yeah, for real, bro. All you, bro. Like you got 40 years of my life. What more do you want? Like go away.
What about you two
Damn.
girls?
I think 55.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
I was
even
gonna say
50.
60.
Oh.
I see the Virginia, yeah.
With you retiring, out of curiosity, again, assuming we're married at that time, do you expect your partner to retire with you?
No.
No. Yeah, I think I have my own things that I want to do. Like business and stuff, right? Or like have my own hobbies that I want to do.
Yeah. Like
Like,
they'll
I-
follow along sooner or later.
Yeah.
Like
They'll
you can
follow.
all, like you know, my partner can retire earlier if they want or later than me. It doesn't really matter.
Do you know what age your partner wants to retire?
It's not a question I've actually discussed.
None of us want to work.
What about you, Vu? What about Maurice?
I haven't asked. I don't know when she wants to retire, but like I have a feeling if and when I retire, she might do like around the same time as well. Our timelines sort of match up pretty well. But her particular job she can do until she's like, you know, senile essentially.
Yeah.
Which
How good.
It feels like she would be that type of person as well. So you know, it really depends on her. I don't mind. You know.
All right. So on to our questions. I've got a few prepared.
Wait, what was your answer?
What? Sorry?
When do you
What-
want to retire?
yeah, what
Oh, you
age?
said 70. He said 70.
Oh, 70.
70. That is also going along, but at one point, let's say from 60, I start doing just casual loading.
Okay. Yeah. You're winding down. Yeah.
Yeah, winding down. So
You are doing casual now.
oh, eventually we get there. There we go. Up, it goes up and down. Damn, call me out, Jenny. Anyways,
But that's also considering like we're in good health. Good health.
yeah, good health,
Yeah.
right?
Nothing bad happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you feel if your kids put you in a nursing home?
Well, it depends on what type of nursing home.
That's your answer?
Because I have a fancy gated one, which
Yeah,
costs
exactly.
like a million.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like, what is the reason that I'm being put into this nursing home? Because I physically and mentally cannot take care of myself? Or it's just like a, you know, like I think it depends on the reasonings why they want to put me into a nursing home. Like if they don't want me to live with them, for example, and they just want to put me in a nursing home, I'm like,
Would you ever ask to live with your kids?
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think I
bro.
would.
That's so
no,
weird.
but it would be nice to be around the grandkids, but I wouldn't want to be in a nursing home. I think I'm too proud for that.
But the nursing home doesn't mean like you're asking for help. I don't know.
I don't know.
In my mind, a nursing home is like you live there. Like if you're able-bodied, you can just live there and someone just comes in and like cleans your house for a bit.
Yeah, but then
That's
that's just a choice, right? Like that's a decision you make as opposed to your kids forcing you to go to a retirement home.
it. Yeah, I guess the question is.
Yeah.
Like if I'm an
Yeah.
invalid, then like legit pull the plug, let me die. I don't want to go to a nursing home.
Oh, that's dark. Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm not scared of death. And having also like been inside of nursing homes a lot, like is not a good place to be in.
Yeah, I personally have not been in a nursing home, but I'm just imagining it.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
It's not, yeah.
You know, there's like
No
you
matter
know,
how lavish it looks.
yeah, there's like country club type stuff, which is basically like I'm rich. I just want to go live somewhere quiet and surround myself with like old people as well.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, that's just like a prolonged vacation before you die. And then there's nursing homes where like it's bottom dollar. Your kids put you there because it's like, you know, theoretically close to them so they can visit you. But, you know,
Yeah.
when do they actually do? And so you're living close to them, but stuck in a place that is decrepit, falling down, and you might be fine and able-bodied and sound of mind, but other people around you are not.
Yeah, I
wouldn't
And
would
it's
like
not
to
a
be around
calm
that.
place to be because sometimes it's like a sectioned off room where like people with
Yeah.
dementia go into.
In my mind, it was like the $1 million one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like
Like
segregated.
they have
individual,
a
yeah.
tennis court. You
Yeah.
can go swimming.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking grand.
She's thinking of college dorms. For old people.
in my mind, my kids are rich and they can put me anywhere. They want.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't go that far.
But yeah, usually when you don't have a choice, they put you there, and then you know you can
Yeah.
from your bed you can hear the screams of
Yeah, no, I don't
people
want
with
that.
dementia. Fuck that.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
no thanks.
So with let's talk about the money aspect, right? And including kids. Would you protect your money from your kids? I mean, like, sorry, is it that way? Would you protect your money
Yeah,
from
yeah,
your
yeah.
kids?
That's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question.
Like, this goes along with the will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have kids.
Oh, so like whether or not you have kids is that's dependent on. This answer is dependent.
What
on
does
This
it
answer is
mean?
dependent on kids.
What do you mean protecting my money from kids?
So let's say if you've got your goal money amount, your $1 million, and your kids like want a share of it. Even you're during your retirement phase, your kids want a share of it.
Like they just want my money, like just because.
Yeah, just because.
greed.
Greed.
But like you're rich, right? Like
Yeah, you're rich.
and then okay.
You hit the jackpot with your investing, your crypto.
Why would
you
but why would I just give them money because they asked for it? I feel like then they don't even learn about the value of money.
Exactly.
Well,
But
that's
the
part
whole
of his
point.
question. Yeah, that's part of his question.
Yeah, and my answer is they're not going to learn the value of money. So I would have to evaluate when the time comes.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you two?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you want to give it to them?
Not if they. I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting question because I'm just trying to think of the situation where.
Yeah, I feel like it's a
asking
common
for
thing
money.
that happens, right? Where kids will, or in my family it happens a lot, which we'll go another time. But like, yeah, like kids will ask for money and all that, and you being retired and not like you don't need the money, but money isn't a bigger concern at that age.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So would you be happy to give up some?
I mean, circumstance, right? Like,
Yeah, it depends.
why?
It's situational.
Yeah, very situational.
Yeah, if they're like in their early 20s and they just don't want to work, then like, no.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
But-
Like if they're better off than I am, then why would I need to give them money?
Okay,
Right?
all right. So
Yeah, it's just
have you guys thought about a will before?
I personally haven't, but parents have talked about it, and then also friends have talked about it in terms of having a will. So
So what do you
that's
usually
when
see? Like what's the common thing that you've heard about this, the will?
Oh, I haven't really heard too much in the sense of like my
the details?
girlfriend, no details. It's like my friend has a will because she has like a couple of investments under her belt, and then another friend is similar.
Like they went to a lawyer, they drafted the will. They said, "Wow,
Yeah. Because I think because they're in the circumstance right now where, because you're not like, the friends I'm talking about are not married. So if anything was to happen with them, right, their money would go to their parents, right? But they don't want that.
They just want to legally, like, protecting their partner in the case that they die. Yeah,
Correct.
that makes sense.
Correct. So, yeah.
So, in that case, since you bring up partners,
But like What's your situation? So first of all, like,
Yeah.
I haven't thought about
think
it.
Luke
Yeah,
has
I
a
haven't
will.
thought about it.
I think Luke
You haven't thought
has
about it?
given this a single thought.
No, I
Given the lack of, you know,
yeah,
investments
fair
and
enough.
shit.
Yeah.
I thought about it in the past. Money wise, whatever I have at that point, I would distribute it half.
Oh, you're gonna discuss the will, the contents of your will.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
of your pre-will.
Yeah, pretty well.
If he dies tomorrow, we know who did it. Well, if he dies after the episode is released,
Yeah,
then we
yeah,
know who killed
yeah.
him. You know what I'm saying?
I've thought about it. Half goes to charity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will have someone that would be the person like
To manage
research and decide which charity it
Nah,
goes.
name the will, bro. Don't be lazy. What the
Interesting.
fuck?
What?
Name the will. I mean, name the charity.
Charity.
Yeah.
Oh, what, you're gonna get someone else to do the work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's my
need to-
money.
No, it's your money. So that means you need to research.
Yeah, but I trust this person to do it properly. So yeah,
no, but why don't you just do it before?
Find a charity that you care about.
this is
Yeah.
pre Luke. This is pre now. I'm like,
Okay, sure. All right.
It does not make sense.
Why
anymore.
not take?
We're
Look.
literally thinking about it, so why not just think
Yeah.
about a charity? Anyway,
Is that it?
nah,
What was the other half?
Yeah. Then a portion will go to my future niece or nephew.
Okay.
Just,
nice.
just one of them.
Oh,
Do you only have one?
I only
Maybe
know
you
one
have
right
one.
now.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
coming.
you have
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Who knows? There will be another one. So just saying that about first. Yeah,
If you don't have kids. Sorry, is that the situation? If you don't have kids.
if I don't have kids.
I think he's thinking right now.
Yeah. 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 Other than that, I was thinking about what was it? Something. One was going to be for a pet shelter. I don't know why. I wanted money to be donated to pet shelter.
Okay.
And then any relatives that I'm still close to.
So your parents?
Sorry?
He should not name them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't want him to name them.
I could be gone after this episode.
Yeah, bro.
Any relatives I'm close to and friends as well.
Friends as well. Interesting.
Friends as well.
Okay.
Will be divided. You guys may be in or maybe out.
Oh,
Find out after tomorrow if I'm alive.
find out if Luke is alive.
But yeah.
God.
No, that's just my
Interesting.
What about you? Have you thought about a will?
I thought about dying. I think about dying a lot, actually.
And then what?
I'm not a will person. My partner keeps telling me to write a will. She has one. Age of 29. But
You could also just not think about it and just let your partner think about it.
no,
If you
I'm not. Yuck. That's so gross. I'm not that person. But like
I don't want that.
You know, right now it's like if I die, where the money goes legally, it's fine. Like which is I think to my parents, which is like G. You know, we also have a bit of agreement of like with the property that we live in now, it's like half mine, half hers. So like, you know, I each party isn't going to be like money hungry, like animals that's going to try and like pick out my carcass or whatever. Which is different to my father's side of the family, which is kind of why I'm hesitant to have a will, because I see that I'm just going to out them now. So my aunts and my uncles are like currently fighting over like their inheritance while my grandmother's still alive, and then just like seeing
That dynamic?
the machinations of like them helping her out, but in sort of in like superficial ways to like just get her out.
Oh, I watched a
Yeah.
movie about that recently. It's like
Really?
how to make millions before grandma dies. It's a Thai movie.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah,
But it's sad. Is it sad?
Yeah, it's sad.
Fuck, I
It's
kind of
sad.
want to
I
watch
want
it too.
to watch it later. I wanna cry.
But it's great, yeah.
Just seeing that was just kind of like yuck. I don't want. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like if my kids are like doing that, scheming to see if they can pick out like any dollar that's left in my pockets when I'm dead, is like whatever. But that's me right now. Eventually, I will get a will because that's a responsible thing to do.
Have you got? Wait. Do we talk about your will?
No, I don't have a
No.
will. I haven't thought about it. I don't really care right now.
Fair enough. Have you guys thought about life insurance?
No,
At all?
too young.
No. Yeah.
I know because I know some people have started like at our age.
Whoa.
Yeah, just started like.
That's a different thing.
Is it?
I think it's different.
What do you mean it's a different thing?
How's it
in,
different
like,
thing?
They have different
Different
concerns.
to a will.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it's
The-
still
the
part of it.
understanding.
No, it's after retirement technically.
Well,
Sorry.
no, not if you like die in an accident.
Yeah, I guess it's like if you live a life where you're gonna die like pretty readily, maybe. Well, I think it's just a scam. I don't know. Like hot take. Like most
all
of insurance
insurance,
is a scam.
yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
know, like you're gonna be fine. Like you know, but they're preying on the fact that you think you're gonna die and that you're anxious about it. So like, might as well pay for it when you're like 25. Like what the fuck, man? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Doesn't your super have death insurance anyway?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does have a death component, and you
Yeah.
can withdraw it if you want to.
Yeah, death indemnity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you die,
So-
you get it. But that's like life insurance is a different thing on top of that as well.
Oh, what does it cover?
Yeah, what does that cover?
I don't know. It depends on like the.
It depends
life
on
insurance.
how you like live and what kind of lifestyle you have, and so forth. So it will ask you like any medicinals that you take, how much you drink. I need a test.
Have you looked into this?
a little bit?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wanted to see if I was like applicable. Like, can I get life insurance or
okay.
not? Rather than because there's a bunch of questions I asked, and I'm like,
For life insurance.
yeah, for life insurance because I want to see if
mean,
you're
yeah,
valid.
makes
Because if you like put a claim and then you fake your own death, obviously it's not going to check out, right? Yeah, they want you to be ready and able before putting it on. Otherwise,
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Maybe
die
scam.
tomorrow, then like
Yeah.
bro, they're not gonna cover you.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
car insurance. It's like
Yeah.
you got to put on a car, like buy car insurance, and then crash a car tomorrow. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just curious questions about our retirement. Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
The
Good to
vibe
know.
is that we're not really. Some of us are thinking about it, but not really like ready for that particular responsibility.
Well, I'm not thinking about death.
Retirement or
Yeah.
death?
Oh.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Hand in hand.
Both, I guess. I'm not thinking really about both.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I should probably be thinking more about retirement. Yeah.
I gotta start taking life seriously for me, honestly. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't plan that far ahead. For me, it's just plan within the next month, and we'll get to the next month.
Yeah, I'm
after
really
that.
bad at thinking long term too.
Yeah.
But aren't you tired of working? But you want to work until you're 70, but like, aren't you tired right now? Or you still have the drive to work 5 days a week?
I mean, like,
I still have the drive.
I say that, but then I get also so
Jenny would
antsy.
retire now if she
I
could.
know.
Yeah, Jenny-
I can tell.
No, I think I would honestly just be so bored. Like I remember my
Yeah.
trip
You
on
could do other things other than working.
I was on remember when I went on a cruise? After a few days, I got antsy. Like I just didn't know what to do with
Cruises would be
myself.
the death of me, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're stuck and have no freedom. So that's different.
Oh, honestly,
I felt that same way though on a cruise too. So I feel
Yeah.
that. I really do
yeah,
feel
but
that.
like honestly, I wouldn't mind retiring on a cruise as well. Just to be, like because I've seen look, because I've seen like people live on a cruise and then like
I
just
mean, working on a cruise.
no live. People live on cruises. yeah,
What?
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Oh.
Yuck.
yeah.
I can't do cruises. No.
Yeah, and
I'm
like
not a fan.
it is a bit morbid, like because when people die on cruises often, so if they every stop, they'll have to make an emergency stop every time.
No.
That happened on our ship. But anyways, like you travel and it's much cheaper than living in like Sydney, and you food.
Yeah, but I
Meet new people.
Get it?
Nah,
But, yeah.
man. That feels like a deeply lonely life while also being so completely surrounded by people all the time.
It's sweet deck of life and Cody right there.
I was too poor to watch that.
Okay.
So I don't know. Did that take place on a cruise?
Yeah, that's why it's called On Deck. They did one in the hotel and then they did one on a cruise.
Right. My only context for that TV show is like the Disney Channel games, like the Flash games that you would play. I don't know. Was that just me? Okay, never mind.
I didn't play the games.
It's all good.
But yeah, like
Anyways.
It's like
Anyways.
Hannah Montana.
anyways, to the point, like I think I'll be working so much now. It's like a bit of maybe an addiction to like a workaholic. Does it make sense? And
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I used to work as much as you did, and like I hate it. Like I would be fine for a bit, and then if I would do like 30-day non-stop working, I'd be like so tired. I would hate my life, and like double shifts as well. imagined a life where I didn't need to work so much, and now I have that life, but now I want more, whereas like I can have more flexibility in my life. I can sleep in and I could start work whenever I want to. Like that's
Yeah.
the kind of life that I want.
I think everyone's different, right? Like Luke might just be driven right now
Yeah.
to be working more, but he might get to a stage and point where, you know, he doesn't want to continue this lifestyle.
I mean, I'm also going to harbor a guess that none of us experienced the burnout that you did, man. Like, you know,
Yeah, no,
I was working 3 jobs at one point
like uni as well. When the
crazy.
was this, man?
when you didn't talk to me.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Just because you're too busy.
I was so busy.
Like, there's no excuse,
no, literally, it was really hard to balance life. At that
bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I needed money.
Yeah, fair.
So that's what I did. But yeah, I think I'm in the similar
yeah.
boat to Jenny
I
where
was so burnt out. How are you? Like,
see, I wasn't burnt out because I was just interacting with people and I was like getting paid to interact with people, so it was fine. But that's just
Oh, yeah, you draw energy from
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
it was
okay.
fine. Like I was just chatting away. It's fine.
no. I think once I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have to go to work. That's when I know I don't want to be in this job anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I already feel that sometimes with my job, and I like, this is the next 40 years of my life. Are you,
Yeah.
are you f***ing with me right now? Holy shit.
Going down a rabbit hole.
Jenny.
But how long have you been in your current role for?
Only 4 years. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think of it, or I don't feel that way as much as I did when I was working retail.
Yeah, because
But
it's
4
like
years is a long
soulless, bro.
time though in a role.
Oh no, I've changed. I've just changed recently, but
Oh, that's good.
it's okay. I mean, like I work to live outside of my work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the
That's
moment when
important.
like the work outweighs the passion, like the work
Passion.
outweighs the
Jenny's like, no passion
the
away.
things that you're passionate about. Bro, same. Bro, I don't, do you know what I mean? Fuck, like- I can't say that. I just started a new job. When like you start doing less things outside of work and just work, like what's the point anymore,
That's
bro?
not life.
Yeah, life is not funny.
That
anymore.
is
Yeah, bro,
not.
just-
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm suffering because I'm like getting married. Like,
Yeah. It's in the grind. You're just in the grind.
I'm
But
just in
that
the grind
won't
right
be
now.
for long.
Yeah,
Won't
yeah,
be for
yeah,
long.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But good on you. That work ethic is hard to come by, I think. And I'm
But do you feel that you're grinding?
So I was like, you say that, I'm like, do I? Do I actually? I don't know, to be honest.
Like, do you like the lifestyle that you have currently?
that's a good question.
Yeah. Do you want something different? Do you want more?
I think you don't have a
less?
reference point.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why you're
No,
struggling.
but you
right
should
now.
you should know
have
what you
reference-
want.
No, but he kind of has
Yeah, you
reference
should-
points in terms of like his friends. He
Yeah,
knows
exactly.
what
yeah,
friends
yeah.
You
do.
should know what
So-
you
But I
sort
think there's
of
a
want.
disconnect there. But
Yeah.
feel free to keep
No,
talking.
he's kind of right because like I need to.
But I want
The
more.
only way I can get like perspective is to actually be in that position.
Really, you don't hear that like, oh, my friends can work from home. You just don't want to work from home. You have never thought about that. Like you don't want to do it, or you never thought about it.
Never thought about it. Like, well, I thought about it. Like, it doesn't bother me if I did work at home
Oh.
or I worked out. Just
What about like more regular hours or like, I don't know,
stability?
stability? Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big thing. Yeah. Like right now, that's not something that you currently have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
Isn't that something that, like, most people yearn for that, right? Like stability.
Yeah.
honestly, kind of doesn't bother me either way.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe because I never had stability. Doesn't
Oh,
does that make sense?
In work. Let's
Yeah,
just
In a
say.
job.
Yeah.
But is there something to be said about like aspiration for you, and ambition, like as a larger thing
Yeah,
to provide
question.
context for this?
Honestly, drawing a blank here.
Yeah, okay. I think that is an answer though. You know what I mean?
That is an answer.
that's so interesting. Like you've never heard of someone's life, and you're like, oh, I kind of want that.
Yeah,
Never.
never.
That's kind of nice though.
Oh wow.
There's a security in the self there. That's actually really admirable.
I'm just.
I'm good.
I'm in awe.
I'm like
That's-
forever good.
that's- Wow.
It's different.
Yeah. Is that weird? Is that weird? Oh,
It is weird. A little bit. Sorry, just a
like
little bit.
I think it's really different to our particular generation.
The normal
And the
is
people
that
our age.
we yearn for someone else's
position in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Another role, more money.
Yeah, always
Like-
comparing ourselves, sort
Yeah.
of that kind of vibe. But,
Yeah.
but you're just like happy where you are. That's at peace. Yeah.
Like genuinely, Mans is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never thought I was like, just like, I don't know. Explain it like,
Well, it's probably going back to the point of like you're not really thinking long term like goals.
yeah, I guess so.
You're not really thinking
right?
future.
Yeah.
But so like, okay, so your retirement plan is like a field,
Yes.
rule, right?
Yes.
So like, why not that? Like, as in,
Because that's like the basic dream, isn't it? Like, wait, can you guys imagine yourself?
not my dream.
Sorry, I'm just
It's
saying,
not
like,
my dream.
like,
his
can,
dream.
but
It's very specifically his
I
dream.
know.
Yeah. But like, can you guys,
He said like a basic dream. I'm like,
can you guys imagine yourself living on a farm? Like, even for a split second, like,
I would live rural
Why?
for a bit.
yeah, right.
I could.
I think
Not Australia, I think. I don't know, that's just me. Maybe Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
I want to be somewhere like
Actually, Blue Mountains.
yeah. Not the outback. I don't want.
But yeah,
That's
like I feel like
New Zealand.
Oh yeah, bro.
Zealand?
Honestly, a cabin in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Scotland?
Let's do that.
Bro.
Oh,
My
okay.
actual
Yeah,
dream.
we're going up. Yeah.
But like saying that, like I feel even that is a very generic answer. Does that make sense? A generic dream. Like anyone can live.
Your farmer dream.
Farmer dream. Yeah, anyone can live as a farmer, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not
and-
true.
No,
some
I
some
don't.
people
That's
are
not
not
true.
cut out for it. Like Sam here.
She's not wrong. But like,
Just like
she's just like, she didn't even say herself.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but to my point being is, I don't know. It's just I feel like anyone can do that dream. It's like
Okay.
the lowest of dreams.
I don't
Wait, so
know.
is that
Oh,
why
don't
you
say
say that?
Don't say that.
Sorry?
So is that why you say that? Because you think it's
No,
a
no,
generic
no, no,
dream?
no. It's a basic dream.
No,
Like
I don't think it's. You know
it's
how
like
much
the chill
land
vibe.
is?
As
What do you say? How bland that is?
How much land? How much land?
My God, bro, he's talking about his dreams, and you're just like, it's fucking,
I said how much land is.
fucking milk, bro.
I said
It's
how much-
white toast on bread, bro.
I mean, like it's
Land
just
is expensive.
I know what you mean. It's
Yeah.
kind of like baseline, right?
yeah,
it's
baseline.
just like,
And I'm cool with baseline. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah. And like anyone, if they can't get any of offense, if anyone can't get any of your dreams, you can come to my dream.
That's so nice, actually. That's really nice. See? Man's is like, my farm is open to you. Like, that's so nice.
Sweet, but I'm also. Oh.
No, but yeah, it's like you don't have to like work super. It's not some crazy, far off, unattainable
Yeah.
dream. It's just
Yeah.
like an empty field that is yours.
But like the cost of a farm
To maintain that is a lot.
compared to like an apartment in the city is like the same amount, really.
Like, are you going to be farming things? Like a
Let's-
winery.
I could-
His one cow and his
One
kangaroo.
sheep.
Oh, sorry.
It can make wool. It'll be a settlers of
Once
Bataan
every like
business.
What did you
3
say?
years or something. You can make wool. Once every 3 years or whatever.
Premium wool right here. Anyways, no, I think I don't know. I could do like an Airbnb. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea, actually.
Exactly.
Passive
Yeah,
income.
that's a
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, people can come camp, look at the stars. And
Yeah,
stuff.
our idea was to buy like an empty plot of land and then like on like each corner build like a little tiny house that has like
Ooh,
skylights.
that's cute.
And we'll
Yeah.
steal this idea.
I've been to one of those, actually.
Yeah, and then basically people can just like rent it out.
I really do want to go to a tiny house.
Yeah. There's
Farm idea isn't looking that bad, eh?
Yeah, because you're expanding it now.
Yes.
Thinking more about it.
Yeah, before you describe like grass and then fucking sheep.
One sheep.
Don't forget the ducks. Yeah, the ducks are the first part apart.
Not chickens, ducks.
All right, let's wrap this up and go to our concluding question. What would you tell the members of our audience that are stressed out when they're thinking about their retirement plans?
I think be more proactive with your super. Like talk to probably like I think superannuation funds. You can actually do like sessions with them. Yeah, you can do like online sessions with them to kind of like get more of an understanding of like what you can actually do with it. You know how you're tracking, and I guess better your return in the long term. So I think that would be one. But also, I think workplaces also provide that information as well. Sometimes, like sessions where you get more
definitely.
information. So probably tune into those as well.
But you, Jenny?
One, educate yourself
We'll do.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
investments. I think it's really important. And then two, I don't think like even if you don't have money during retirement, don't worry about it. The government will pay you. Centrelink will give you money.
See?
So it's fine. There's like no losing, in my opinion. As long as you have a house, a place to
we
live
should
in.
have actually
it's
looked
fine.
up how much people get in terms of
It's around like 500 a week, I think, around
500 a
25K a year. Yeah.
it's actually pretty
That's okay.
Pretty good.
Oh, so that's why you say like 28K is enough to live.
I think so. My
like
dad
30K.
lives fine.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
He doesn't need to pay rent. He
Yeah. Yeah.
he's chilling.
Yeah, no, fair. That's nice. I mean, that's living in
But
Australia,
like, that's
though.
not how we would live, right? Like we would
Oh, you don't know that.
I don't
Me.
know. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. But
Yeah. No, fair
there
enough.
might be more expenses. But anyway, yeah.
Vu?
My advice is to like, I mean, you might die tomorrow, so like, don't stress. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's on the other side, right? It's just like, okay, you can sit there as like someone in their mid-20s and being like completely paralyzed by the stress and bothersome of like planning for your retirement, thinking about X, Y, and Z, all the things that you need to grind, like the house that you need to have, the investment properties that you need to line up, and all that sort of shit. And it's just like at some point, it's just like it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's not a big deal,
So
right?
you're saying to just be more present.
I think have perspective.
Okay.
I think I'm saying have perspective because I think a lot of things, places, people tell you that this is all the things that you need to do in order to set yourself up. And then they try to like sell you something for it, right? And then that adds to all the stress and everything. And so I think take a step back, breathe, you'll be fine. Like you're still
just
young enough.
Reevaluate.
You're still young enough. Like if you're in your, like if you're below the age of 30, you're definitely young enough and will be working for long enough that if you start tomorrow, you're going to be fine. If you have zero right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in your 40s and your 50s, then like you will not be listening to this podcast. But then that's when you seek professional financial advice, not
Yes.
dumb 30-year-olds. But if you're any younger than us, like you can start tomorrow. Just like Google, like what Jenny said, just Google a few things.
Yeah, research is important.
And research. And like if you start then and there, you'll still be fine 40 to 50 years from now, you know? So don't stress too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about
My
you?
advice is, worst case, join me on my farm. No, I'm joking.
Why is this
that's in,
becoming like a cult?
40
Like,
years. I know.
Luke just
That's
starts
like 40
this
years.
It's starting now, you guys.
You earn your keep by like, hoeing the lawn and then like planning shit.
Oh, gosh.
And, like shearing the sheep.
Okay, we're getting off track. Okay, you're ruining my dreams. It's getting dark now. Look, like, oh my god! Honestly, Viz said it pretty perfectly, right?
Oh, okay.
In the sense that if you're our age, yeah, get ahead of it if you would like to. Okay, don't compare yourself to others, like what I just did on this episode. Yeah, go ahead, start doing it. If you want a family and you need to think about retirement and the future plans that comes along with it, just get ahead of it now. If you guys are younger, just look into it, okay? Because if you're younger, you're probably still in uni, finishing uni. Just again, be a bit proactive. You want what's best for you in the future. Think of it that way. Give your future self a gift. That's all I can say. Yeah.
That's fair. I think you can also like research your super fund as well. There's a lot out there, and usually like, you join a company and then that company has its own super fund, but you can always look out like externally. Yeah.
Do you guys have a recommendation?
Oh, no. No financial advice here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Just do your research.
I personally go for low fees. Like
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
it. That's it. The lowest fee possible. That's
Yeah.
it.
Fair enough.
That's
All
it.
right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We shall see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, if you liked the episode, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
You can listen to us weekly on Spotify or watch us on YouTube.
If you're interested in more content, check out our Instagram and TikTok.
Comment on any of our platforms if you have a question or a topic that you want us to cover.
See you guys next time.
Bye.